Florida live steamers can look back to an uncertain beginning when the sheer geographical length of Florida, all 843 miles of it, seemed too much for a single organization.
As all great concepts do, the Florida Live Steamers started with an idea presented to a gathering of railroaders in Homestead during a meet held at Bill Coster's in association with the Sunshine Region of the National Model Railroaders Association.
Austin Barr, the acting secretary for the Midwest Division of the Brotherhood of Live Steamers, urged the enthusiastic railroaders at Bill Coster's meet to combine their expertise and form a club.
Austin Barr proved to be the catalyst that provided for the creation of the Florida Live Steamers in February of 1972 at an organizational meet held at John Cassidy's.
First slate of officers assembled included Enos Yoder as president, Bill Coster served as vice president, while John Cassidy was named secretary and Bill Whitman the treasurer.
Along with these officers were 3 directors. Appointed were Dr. Ray Schwenke, Edison Yoder, and Ralph Hendershot. These people industriously recruited 64 other hobbyists in live steam and railroading who joined in the charter year.
The interest aroused that first year ultimately caused a third meet at the home of Earl Huss of Winter Haven in August. Earl had the only known 7 1/4 inch gauge track in the state.
The most memorable and largest of the charter year meets was the Maitland meet of John Cassidy. 14 locomotives, both steam and diesel, and 240 people kept the Possum Flats and Eastern's rails well polished for 3 days.
Since those early days, the winter meet at the PF&E track of John Cassidy continued to grow by leaps and bounds. Our northern fellow enthusiasts discovered the railroad in sunny Florida and continued to enjoy the Cassidy family hospitality over the years.
The vigorous growth of the Florida Live Steamers has continued for 14 years and now boasts a proud membership in excess of 200.
Our members come from all walks of life: doctors, lawyers, no-known Indian chiefs, mechanics, educators, electronics technicians, secretaries, health professionals,
and yes, railroad engineers.
We've all enjoyed a lot of meets at Bill Costa's house and homestead in the past, and we had a special plaque made for Bill. I'll just read what the plaque says. In appreciation, the Florida Live Steamers presents to Bill Costa this award in appreciation for his devotion to the live steam hobby and to FLS for the past 10 years of service. Editor and publisher of the yearbook, president, author and photographer, and super meat host. It doesn't say super, but I put that in. Bill?
Thank you, Foster.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Let me just say one more thing. I want to thank each and every one of you. I will add one more thing since Foster did this to me. I didn't realize this was coming. There may be a possibility of some meets in Sebring in the future. We have 5 acres, it's 330 by 660, and even Alice looked and said, well, we could park the cars over there when they come to the meet. So I won't promise you as big a track as we've had in Homestead, but we're going to try something. We've already got about 400 feet of our track up to Sebring at this point. None of it down on the ground, but it's already moved from Homestead. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to call on Austin Barr, who is the Midwest Secretary of the International Brotherhood of Live Steamers. Austin?
Thank you, Foster. Brother members of the club, of which I am a member, and happy to participate in the activities. I have this report to make as far as the Brotherhood of Live Steamers are concerned. I have decided to terminate my secretaryship in the Midwestern region, and by doing so, I have taken the liberty of appointing a new secretary, Mr. Ralph J. Tucker of Streamwood Boulevard, Streamwood, Illinois. Ralph is a young man who is very active in the live steam hobby and is currently publishing the newsletter. I feel like that he will be a worthy successor, and at this time I would like to ask Ralph to stand up, if you would, Ralph. As you may or may not know, this is a labor of love, and the time that one is devoting to these activities deprives one from time to build a locomotive. So please appreciate the fact that Ralph is willing to sacrifice his time. Now, for those of you who may or may not know, the reason for the Brotherhood of Live Steamers is to put one man in touch with another who is interested in building or constructing a live steam locomotive or a stationary engine or a marine engine. By contacting this person, he will attempt to put you in touch with someone in your community that has a like interest and a like hobby. All the financial requirements consist of is send this man a stamped, self-addressed return envelope so that he can answer your request. Now, I have one other pleasant duty to perform tonight, and at this time I would like to ask John and Betty Cassidy to come before me. I have something I would like to tell them. I'm sure all of you people love John and Betty as much as I do. And what we have done is tried to give them... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure all of you love and honor Betty and John as much as I do. What we have tried to do is come up with something to give them a small measure of our love and appreciation for the many years of service and effort that they have done for Florida Live Steamers and the many of us who have come down here for this annual meeting. And at this time, I'm going to present this to John and Betty, and let them do what they will with it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
If you would like to say anything, we would be glad to hear from you.
I'm speechless.
Well, I just don't know what to say. Thank you.
John, we'll do it to you one more time yet, too. We had a plaque made, and again, this one says John L. Cassidy on it. We got your name right. It doesn't say anything about Betty on there, unfortunately. It says, in appreciation, the Florida Live Steamers presents to John L. Cassidy the award for unselfish devotion and distinguished service as president, director, and meat host. Super meat host. John, there you are. Another picture, even. John and his locomotive. Maybe he can speak now.
Well, I don't think I can speak too well, but I want to thank you all. Thank you all very much. And just because this happens to be our last meet at the Possum Flats tracks doesn't mean that you all aren't invited to come back at any time. We will continue our daily operations, and if any of you want to get steam in your nostrils, please come back. Just call us that you're coming and come back. We're not getting out of steam, contrary to a lot of talk that my health was going bad. That's not true. I feel better now than I did 40 years ago, thanks to people like you, all my friends, and thanks to railroading. But please, anytime you want to come back, you are invited, and we can all play trains. Thank you.
Train that is rolling down the tracks to the junction. Forget about your cares, it is time to relax at the junction. Lots of cares, you bet, even more when you get to the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
Called a Shady Rest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
It's run by Kate. Come and be her guest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
And that's Uncle Joe. He's moving kind of slow at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.